back. This is Ray Easton with Reason Hosting, bringing you part 2 of our PHP 8.3 versus PHP 8.4 load test. So we're still on PHP 8.4. I haven't changed anything. Load average is about 7 after a minute. Load times are pretty low. CPU utilization is at 38. Let's go ahead and switch that one site back over to PHP 8.3. That's all we're doing, is just switching one site out of about, I believe I have 6 sites on this particular shared server. So this is about a 4-minute test, 4 or 5 minutes. So we're switching over. Let's look at the loads. The loads will obviously go up as we're switching. The PHP version CPU percentage is up at about 50, which is about normal because it's got to switch to PHP versions. It's got to restart the PHP services. Once again, it says a shared server running Lightspeed Apache. So if you're seeing LS PHP over here, that's Lightspeed. For anybody that's been following me for a bit, you do know that I love Linux. I'm a big Linux fan, and being on the command line is something that I do enjoy. It's not something that I'm not native to. If you have any questions about configuring your server or any sort of server maintenance or settings, go ahead and reach out to me, and I'm more than glad to help. So let's see. We're seeing that the load at PHP 8.3 load has gone up to about 14. CPU percentage is fluctuating at about 25 to 35, 39. Once again, that's still indicative of the PHP services sort of leveling out after they've been restarted. Once again, there's about 6 sites on this particular shared server, but we're just testing to see which PHP version may yield better performance over another. And that's always a big thing. Should I upgrade to PHP, the new version, or should I stay at the old version? And I try to tell customers and clients, it's always a good idea security-wise to upgrade, but you want to make sure that your themes and that your plugins are compatible with the new version of PHP. You want to make sure WordPress is also, but the WordPress developers are usually pretty leading edge when it comes to this stuff. So they're the new rollouts are most likely compatible with PHP. At least the later versions, but the plugin developers, those guys are a different story because they're independent developers just as the theme developers are. So you want to make sure your plugins are compatible with the new version of PHP in addition to your themes, because what will happen is if your themes are not compatible, your themes will not load correctly because they can't take advantage of the more up-to-date PHP version. Your plugins will do the same. You'll start having issues. Plugin conflicts, site critical errors are big indicators of that. So let's see. We're at about 3 minutes in, 3.5. Our load is at about 9. Our CPU is about 36 to 45 after about like 3.5 minutes. Dare I say, PHP 8.4 looks like it might be a bit better of a performance upgrade, at least for this one particular site. Once again, there's 6 sites here, and I'm just playing around with one. So this is PHP version 8.3, you guys, and the loads are a little bit higher. Go ahead and check the previous video to look at the load averages and the CPU for 8.2, but this is Ray, or 8.3. This is Ray with Reason Hosting. Thanks a lot.